Welcome to 843 TV, coming to you from Mike Rickenbach Chevrolet.
I'm your host, Catherine Mademan.
And I'm Lisa Richardson. And Catherine, today we're sitting in a 2019 Chevy Corvette ZR1 Limited Edition.
This is a very handsome car.
It absolutely is.
And I'm excited for today's show because we have football, cars, and real estate. Our guests for today are Chris Tremblay, from our play-by-play sportscaster for the football games. We have Steve Skolnick, who's Mr. Chevy here, the general manager. Also, Charles Sampson is the Charter One Realty, and he's going to give us a lot of good information about the upcoming real estate.
Stick around for this episode of 843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where the Low Country comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
Welcome to 843 TV. We are here at Mike Rickenbach Chevrolet. We've got some exciting cars to look at later, but first up, it's football season. Friday Night Lights, Chris Tremblay is going to be the WHHI-TV sports play-by-play announcer for all the games. I know this is exciting for you, isn't it?
It's very exciting. We're looking forward to this season. I love doing the games, and we've got a great schedule for all of our viewers to go ahead and follow this year. We open up with Whale Branch visiting Battery Creek. And, let's kick it off. Let's get going.
That's right. Now, you're in your third year doing this. Tell us some of the things that are exciting for you. Why do you keep doing that?
Well, number one, getting to the stadium in the evenings, because most of the games are 7:30 on Friday night. It's, the atmosphere is electric. The fans are there, the cheerleaders are there, and once the game gets going, the games are so competitive. We had quite a few of them last year come right down to the end. I remember the Hilton Head Prep John Paul game
yes,
came down. Yeah, it came down to a last-second field goal,
yes, it
and
did.
Literally with point something on the clock.
Point
three. Yes. Okay. For those of you, the Hilton Head Prep fans that are a little bummed out about that one, sorry, but just an idea on the excitement of the games, and I think that's it. Really, in a nutshell, is the games are just exciting to be a part of, and doing the play-by-play is I really enjoy it.
Well, we feel your passion for it as well. And I was just saying off camera to you, now this is your third year, so you're now recognizing the players' names. So you're seeing them come to fruition now that the sophomores are seniors, and that must be exciting as well when they've actually grown 4 more inches and watch these guys play.
It really is. When I first came in, for some of the players that were freshmen or sophomores, I've gotten to know their style of play a little bit more. Getting to know the coaches a little bit more, maybe the way they run their offenses or defenses. For instance, the May River quarterback, Ahmad Green, he's a junior now, but I've watched him since he was a freshman. I can think of my first year doing it. I thought of the Bluffton offensive line. They had 4 of their 5 players were over 300 pounds, which, when I was growing up, I think the only football player that played that was over 300 pounds was William the Refrigerator Parent.
Exactly.
And now here's Bluffton High School with 4 of their 5 being that big. So it's as time goes on, I think it's a little easier for me to predict during the games what might happen, knowing the style of play they have and so on. But there's always little secrets the coaches throw out there, and it's fun to see.
And the point of I never saw that happen before, right? So there's always the element of surprise.
Exactly. Like, they didn't have that in their playbook before, or, they got a little flea flicker going here when you wouldn't expect one. So, yeah, and the games, like I said, they're really a lot of fun to watch. And I think if our viewers go ahead and, watch them with regularity, they'll really enjoy the broadcast.
New sponsor this year, Hargray, which is
Yes.
exciting. And, of course, we're going to be talking with you, Steve, as far as Mike Rickenbach is the halftime show.
Yes.
We'll get more to that. But tell us about some of the games that we're going to be looking at this year. I know you've got a great lineup. Share some of those highlights that we can be looking for.
Well, like I said, we have Whale Branch and Battery Creek to lead off. We're going to have May River on 3 times. I believe Bluffton and Hilton Head are going to be on twice each. We culminate at the end of the year with the Bridge Bowl, sponsored by Hargray. And that is at Hilton Head this year. And, we're very, very fortunate to have our sponsors. We love having Hargray as our new title sponsor. Mike Rickenbach Chevrolet, who has done the halftime show for years. We have the Huntington Learning Center. They're going to be our timeout sponsor. We also have Elite Physical Therapy, and we have Lava Fitness, just to name a few. So not only do we have a lot of great games, we have some great partners we're working with, and we're very excited to have them on board.
It's nice to have that support. You know, the other thing, this one here, being the big football fan you are, it's the fans. I mean, it's electrifying, is it not? As you're walking into the stadium, what makes it special?
Well, you know, we go into, there are a few of the venues we go to that I think, you know, they put a few more bodies in the seats. You know, certainly Bluffton is one. When you go to a game there, that stadium is pretty full. You know, May River being a newer school, they're now in their 4th year of football, and the first 2 years for them were getting their feet wet, but Coach Rodney Summers last year made sure that everybody in the Low Country knew that team was established. You know, they made it all the way into the 3rd round of the state tournament, and that was their only loss of the year. And the May River fans are really coming out, and obviously at Hilton Head and Beaufort, they really packed the stadiums there. So, you know, that's part of the excitement in the evening, is just seeing the enthusiasm of the fans. And they even had me at May River last year throwing one of those foamy shark hats, and you know,
That's great.
I just looked a little goofy, you know, not too bad.
But are there rivals?
Oh yes, that's a story for another day though. What I think is really exciting is the way that people can watch from far away. These are great broadcasts. They're pretty professional and they're pretty awesome. So share with us some of the technology, what's going on behind the scenes with the broadcasts here.
Well, I think the most exciting thing we have is, you know, obviously we tape the games and then we run them on, I believe we're going to do them now on Saturday evening at I think 7:30, Sunday mornings at 11, then I think Tuesday evenings at 8 o'clock, and then every night at midnight. But we now do the games live on Facebook.
Wow.
And doing them on Facebook live, for instance, my nephew who lives up in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, he actually watches his Uncle Chris do the games on TV, and then he'll text me throughout the game and this and that and the other. So I think more than anything, you know, the ability for the game that we're covering that week, for if some of the fans of that team can't get there, they have the opportunity to watch it live on Facebook, which I think is just a great thing.
So grandma, grandpa, and aunt
That's
and uncle
right.
in Ohio can tune in. That's fabulous.
Exactly.
I think that is wonderful. We sense your enthusiasm. Friday is our first night for football. We want to encourage everybody to get out there, watch the game. If you can't, it'll be available to see on the station channels as well. Chris, thank you
Exactly.
for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with 843 TV.